Okay, wait. This is... Oh, it is. I was like... I wasn't sure if it was recording, but spoiler, it was.
It was.
We're so happy, guys.
Like, this is the podcast the Lord hath made.
I just feel like we've waited so long. Like 6 years. You don't realize it's 6 years until...
over half a decade. Like, we would have a first grader.
It's true. Like, I, at this time, hadn't met Jackson.
Oh, my God.
We were still living.
You were still hating men at this point.
I mean...
You didn't believe in love.
Did I not? Did I stop hating men? I don't remember when that happened.
We hate all men, but Jackson.
We love Jackson.
We love Jackson.
We was 2 apartments ago for me, 1 apartment ago for you.
Yes.
We were there with your mom watching Lemonade.
Yes.
It feels like yesterday, but it truly was not. And the fact that the Renaissance is upon us, I feel like we as a country and we as the two of us have earned this one way or another.
I'm just going to whimper the whole podcast, just like,
and the
whole time.
The fact that it's all signs are pointing to disco era or like up-tempo dance era. Like when, we'll read the full quote, but when that British Vogue interviewer said, the soaring vocals and the beats of my youth, I want to get up and like bust some moves, or like it reminds me of being in the club as a child. It's like, bitch. The world's not ready. The world's not ready. And like Drake can drop his little album of like house music that he's mumbling over, but like we're waiting for B.
One more whimper before we start.
Okay, that was a little too sexual of a whimper.
You know I go for it.
Hi, everybody, and welcome back to the 2K Mats podcast. It's Matt Palmer.
And it's Matt Steele.
And guys, I mean, I guess we should discuss how our weeks were. How was your week, Matt Steele?
My week was wonderful and incredible, and whatever.
It's almost your birthday. We're excited about that.
It's my birthday tomorrow,
Happy
June 19th.
Yes.
Juneteenth / Father's Day / Matt Steele's birth.
Yes.
Day of birth.
It's really all happening.
Where were you June 19th at 8:11 p.m. in Trenton, New Jersey in 1900 and 2000? You were experiencing Matt Steele being born.
Well, congratulations. Happy birthday again. We're very excited for you and your birth.
Thank you.
My week was also good. I watched some stuff we'll get to later. Yes.
Yes. Guys.
So, what day was it? It was...
Oh, it was like Tuesday?
Was it Tuesday night?
I don't know. It was the best day ever, whatever it was.
I was still up at like 10:45 p.m. Where were you when this
I was
happened?
in the movie theater.
What were you watching?
I was seeing Crimes of the Future by David Cronenberg.
And do we like it?
It's wonderful. It's great. It's weird. It made me feel disgusted to be alive because it's a gross future and bodies being cut open. It's disgusting, but I had a great time.
Okay.
And go see it. Anyway.
So I'm sitting there on my couch, scrolling through Twitter, scrolling through my phone. I see a lovely tweet from Pop Crave that says, Beyonce's new album, Act 1, Renaissance, July 29th. I get the link to the Beyonce website, see that there are 4 boxes that include a t-shirt, a CD, and whatever else. I don't get to, like, there are 4 different types of t-shirts in each box. She, of course, doesn't show what the pictures are.
No, but...
And I'm like, should I just buy this? I probably should. I had a friend on Instagram who I was like, you should buy number 4, because 4 is her favorite number.
Oh my God, that's such a great idea.
Of course she's going to.
Oh my God. 4 is my favorite number too.
I know.
Oh my God, how did I not know this?
You knew it was her favorite number. I
didn't know 4 was her favorite number.
She has an album called 4. She has 4 tattooed on her wrist.
It was her 4th album.
I mean, yes, but yeah, she's a big 4 person.
Oh my God,
it's like she announced the album.
We're twins. Oh my God.
You're not twins. She announced the album 44 days before the album release date.
Taylor could never.
It's 16 tracks, 4 times 4. And she's a big 4 girl. But yes, so it's been announced that you are able to pre-save it on Apple Music, on Spotify. It has 16 tracks, 12 of which I believe are explicit. And we go to bed. We go to bed just knowing that something's coming. It's Act 1 Renaissance.
Yes.
We wake up in the morning to the most beautiful British Vogue.
Millions of pictures. It feels like there's a new picture every 5 minutes.
And it's like, when was the last time Beyonce did promo like this?
I know.
Like, it's really a rollout. Like, the whole thing back in 2013 is like, I'm surprising you all. I'm not doing interviews. And it's not like there were interviews. I think things that came out of her mouth in this article were like 8 words. But still, there's promotion. There's lead up. There's a ramp up that I was talking about back in the day. She wants hits.
Yes.
She wants everyone to be talking about Beyonce, and it's true, and it's happening.
Yes.
And the fact, again, that I will find the full quote, but it really feels like, and correct me if you disagree with me, I think we're getting a disco record.
I mean, it feels like she's literally in a picture on a giant disco ball.
True.
It feels like, and the one picture of her with the golden hood and like the crooked bangs that it looks like, Rumi like took a pair of scissors and was like, these are what your bangs look like, Beyonce. And she's like, this is what every bang should look like now. And this is what my bangs will look like one day because that is how bangs should be. Just, she looks like a disco goddess queen, like channeling like a new type of Donna Summer. Cause now Beyonce's like a little older now, a little more mature, a little classier. So she's bringing it back to the disco times. And you have the quote.
I have the quote.
All right,
I have a whole,
speak
the thing
to
is,
us.
I love the whole article. It's great that we get a behind the scenes look and her family was there with the photo shoot and like she looks great without makeup, blah, blah, blah. The music. We're here to talk about the music. The lucky bastard says, she then asked me if I wanted to hear her new music. Could you imagine?
Oh my God.
As someone who first saw her perform live with Destiny's Child 23 years ago, a moment's walk from my family home when the group played at the Notting Hill Carnival in 1999, I can feel the tingling excitement. All right, buddy. Instantly, a wall of sound hits me. Soaring vocals and fierce beats combine, and in a split second, I'm transported back to the clubs of my youth. I want to get up and start throwing moves. It's music I love to my core, music that makes you rise, that turns your mind to cultures and subcultures, gay ones, to our people, past and present, music that will unite so many on the dance floor, music that touches your soul. As ever with Beyonce, it is all about the intent. I sit back after the wave, absorbing it all.
The wave. I like the wording. You love nothing more than just a wall of sound.
You know I
with
do.
Music, just a big
I do.
blasting chorus of just music and vocals and everything, which like music these days does not have as much.
No, it's very sparse and has a lot of space, which is a style.
It's
and
cool. It was cool a while ago, but now we're getting a little tired of it. It's not that we're getting tired of it, but it's kind of just like, okay,
yes, thank you.
My problem is like, everything for so long has just been so vibey.
Yes. And like depressing. Like sometimes I listen to these girls on the radio and there's a song that's a good song, but she's like, I feel like a little bug. No one sees me. And
a bug?
And it's, I think it's called Little Bug. And then it's like A, B, C, D, E, F, U. It just is very like, you guys are so young to be so depressed.
Yes, I know.
Which, I hope everyone's getting the help they need. But Beyonce is providing a renaissance. She is giving us joy. I think there was another quote from, I don't know, some other source that was like, she is, this is the happiest music of her career. I just can't believe it's taken so long for us to get here with her. Cause like we've had little inklings. We've had Blow. Blow is, if we're getting a full album of Blows, I'm ready for it.
My God.
I still listen to I believe it's the Maurice Joshua remix of Bills, 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 which is very disco-y and up-tempo. There have been shades of this in her music in the past, but she has had so much to say. She's been political. She's had her heart broken and like trying to undo, generations and generations of trauma. And so now it's like, you know what? I want to be involved in unifying the world again, post-pandemic that we've all been through. I want to bring people together in full big spaces with music that unites and not divides.
Oh my
and
God.
just, I think we all deserve this.
Like this is the perfect post-pandemic album.
Yes.
Like, I just think because we are all so sad. And we've been sad for so long. And the thing that we have said like about more recent Beyonce music that like isn't a criticism because like obviously like Self-Titled was incredible. Obviously. Lemonade is Lemonade seminal.
Hello.
But we were kind of just like, but we wish maybe there was like a dancey moment on Lemonade somewhere and everything because I mean we remember the days of B-Day.
That's the
which
thing.
is just like I'm Beyonce, hey.
And that's the thing about I just keep hearkening back to B-Day in my mind. The fact that it was so relentlessly up tempo, still so forward thinking, still so like beautifully performed, and still so unique to her.
Yes.
So even if it is like kind of a disco revival that like we've been hearing for the past couple of years, Beyonce's take on it is going to be so specifically her, and I cannot wait to see what she does. Because if there's anything she's going to do, it's going to plan everything out and like stack millions of harmonies of vocals. And she's had 2 years to work on this thing because she's been stuck in the house like all of us. This is going to be an event. And
Beyonce, first and foremost, is a performer.
Hello.
So the fact that she's going to perform these up-tempo songs again, because I mean, the performances in the B-Day era were just...
That Deja Vu performance at the BET Awards, if you haven't watched it, watch it now. She literally basically has an exorcism. It's the most beautiful thing you'll ever see.
It's gorgeous. I cried.
I mean, there's not much else. We might be on here tomorrow talking about a single that drops on Matt Steele's birthday.
Who knows, guys?
It could happen.
I mean, Lord knows I'm not planning anything for my birthday.
I mean, I know we're all going to your home, but is there a plan once we get there?
No.
Okay.
Eating pizza and like maybe a movie will come on, but
That's
like,
cute.
you know, if we just sit around and hang out, that's all I really
You
want.
do love that.
My birthday, I am very much the opposite of Matt Palmer, where like his birthdays, he's like, there's a plan.
Yes.
And we are doing this. It's an elaborate thing and
Yes.
everything.
It's a moment.
My birthdays, I'm very much just like, I don't want to do anything but just talk about my birthday. Like, I just want to sit with people and they're like, it's your birthday. And I'm like, I know.
Well, that'll be great. You're going to get your wish.
I wake up every birthday like Julie Andrews in The Sound of Music. I wake up with my little boyish haircut with my guitar in hands, and I'm like, what will this day be like? I wonder. Because I have no idea, because I didn't plan shit.
Well, I'm excited for that. There was also, sorry, just about Beyonce one more time.
Okay.
There was another Variety article that said that it's a lot of dance music, but also some country-leaning material.
I know, I saw that too,
And
and I was so
there is a
excited.
picture of her sitting on a disco ball with some cowboy boots on or whatever.
And
They're
you-
kind of platforming.
And you know how we love daddy lessons.
I mean,
you know how
and
we
I
love
feel like the
daddy
people who don't love
lessons.
daddy lessons are just wrong,
They're
right? Like
objectively wrong.
I don't want to get in an argument here today, but I feel like we're right.
The best
song on
It's the
Lemonade.
best song on Lemonade.
Yes.
It's the best song on Lemonade. It was the moment in watching Lemonade where I was just completely shook to my
Absolutely.
core, sitting there being like, oh, she is the artist.
I mean,
period.
I think
the artist.
I was shook earlier on for the
Yes,
music,
of
and
course.
also like, is this you announcing your divorce? Which it really could have been.
But like, this is when I was most settled into my shookness of
Yes.
just like, well, this is how I died.
Yes.
Yes.
All right.
Of bliss.
In other news for idiots, there
A wild week of news,
a
guys.
wild week of news. That's the thing. It's going to be a lot. Apparently, according to the Hollywood Reporter, Lady Gaga is in negotiations to star opposite Joaquin Phoenix in director Todd Phillips' sequels to The Joker. Sources say that the sequel is a musical. I love everyone. I have no interest in seeing the first Joker. I don't know why we're taking this turn. I'm confused. I would love another album from Lady Gaga. Like, maybe I just am not the right person to be reacting to like Lady Gaga goes into movies, but because it's like, have I seen a project of hers that I was super excited about? No. Have I heard any projects she might be doing, including this, that interests me? No. It just feels like, I mean, I'm sure she'll be great. I feel like the badassery, like you mentioned, it could be like when she was on American Horror Story and we got Fame Monster-esque visuals. Cool. But it's like, I don't know. I just want good music.
Here's why I will tell you why I think you're wrong. I think this is a great idea.
Okay.
Movie-wise, this is just such a bizarre turn
It's
for
so
a sequel to
strange.
take. It is such a Joker turn for the sequel to take.
Sure.
Like, it is pissing off all those little incels who are just Joker like heads, and they're just like, what the fuck is this? And it's like, you got played by the Joker, bitch. Little musical theater boys are going to be in that theater being like,
Jesus.
hey girl, and we are going to have a blast. We are going to have so much fun. It's going to unite people like Renaissance. It's going to unite the little angry incels with like the girls who love musicals.
Yes,
And they're just going
and the little monsters.
and the little monsters
And-
who just want craziness. But for the music reasons, also why I
Okay.
love it is because I feel like, you know how Lady Gaga immerses herself into a role. You know, she spoke with an Italian accent for like 10 years or whatever
Yeah.
when she was in House of Gucci. I feel like maybe, hopefully, please God, this will inspire her to create some fucking weird ass music again.
Yes.
Have it all just be Joker-esque. Maybe she will put out a Joker-esque album for this, kind of like how Beyonce, The Gift, like, you know, The
Yeah,
Lion King,
yes.
The Gift, and that was a fucking
It
incredible
really
album.
was. And you guys talk shit. I feel like people don't give that album enough flowers, especially the visual component as well. Like,
Oh, I mean, Black is King.
Excellent.
Like brilliant piece of cinema that of course was only on televisions. It wasn't on the big screen, but whatever. Brilliant piece of cinema, brilliant album. And Mood Forever, I feel like was sort of like a rebirth of like, don't worry, Beyonce
I
can still
know.
dance again.
Yes.
She still got those beats
What a
again,
great song.
which maybe inspired Renaissance. So I'm hoping that maybe Gaga puts out some sort of weird, obnoxious, ridiculous album that is just a Joker album and it sounds like art pop.
Well, okay, that I'm excited about. She already has the Joker makeup from the Applause single cover. So it's
iconic.
already there. The music I'm excited about. I just don't foresee myself in the theater watching this. This just feels like it just feels like this isn't for me. I know it's for so many different sects of people, and somehow that Venn diagram, I'm completely outside of it.
I think you should give it a try. I think for that reason, you should give it a try. I watched David Cronenberg's Crimes of the Future, where I saw them cut each other open. It's 2 hours of people cutting each other open.
But I don't want that.
I know, but like I was open to it, and I was like, you know what? I learned something.
Okay.
And I feel like you can learn something.
Wait, also, weren't you in the movie theater when the Wicked casting was announced?
Yes.
You have to go to the movies all the time.
I have to go to the movies all the time.
Because that's when shit happens.
Yes.
It's when Matt Steele's in the theater, we all learn about it, and then you turn your phone on and it explodes.
And I just have a million text messages.
Go to the movies.
Okay.
Okay, so I mean, I'm sure people are excited about Joker 2. I hope
excited.
it's lovely.
I think this is going to be good. I think it's going to be at least fun. It's going to be at least ridiculous.
I could see that. I'm sure it will be fun. Speaking of sequels, the Knives Out sequel has a title, and it's not Knives Out.
Oh.
It's called Glass Onion, a Knives Out mystery.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah?
All right. Same director.
Same director.
All right. As long as that's
Yes.
the same. Okay.
It's confusing.
What is a glass onion? We'll find out.
We will find out.
I mean, we both loved the first Knives Out.
And wait, is this movie going to be in theaters as well, or is it going straight to Netflix? I know it's a Netflix film.
Oh, I can't imagine it's not going
Won't
to
be in
theaters.
theaters.
I
Okay.
mean, Knives Out was a big success in theaters.
Absolutely,
so.
it was. All right. Next up, did you see that the Wendy Williams show ended this past Friday after 13 years?
Yes.
She did not appear on the show. The casting, I guess the crew and Sherry Shepherd gave her a shout out and things, but it just seems like this conservatorship issue is blocking a lot for her. I don't know if she even was given the option to appear on her final show, but for a show that was such a pop cultural touchstone, there are going to be memes from this show forever. It sucks that she just is not a part of its ending at all.
I know. That must be insanely hard for her.
It must be, and I feel like the guardianship or whatever she's under has some sort of time limit. I don't feel like it's as ongoing as Britney's was. So hopefully she will be out and have a podcast at the very least. But I'd love to see her on television again. And honestly, again, every time I've heard her speak or seen her on video since the whole guardianship words were said, she seemed the same as she ever was. So I'm like, what's happening? What's going on? Why are we saying she's incapable of handling her money or finances? I don't know. Wait, Matt Steele, is Matilda, you're giving me moments?
No.
Great.
We can talk about it.
There's a new trailer.
It did give me moments,
I really
though.
did. I know Matt Steele was very excited about this. Matilda, the musical, is becoming a Netflix film this Christmas. Yes, this holiday season.
Yeah, December.
And the trailer just dropped. And Matt Steele, how do you feel?
Oh, it's fucking great. It's like, if you know me, you know I love the musical Matilda.
Yes.
I think this movie, I'm so thrilled that the director of the stage version is directing this movie.
Oh, shit. I didn't know that.
Oh, yes.
That's amazing.
Yes, darling. And because his vision for the stage version was just so fucking incredible. I was blown away by that show. I saw it in London in 2019. And I'm so excited that I have the confidence that this movie will be great. I mean, I already know the writing is excellent. The score, the lyrics.
You know how I feel about Naughty.
Incredible. The lyrics to this show are otherworldly, and so I'm so excited that this film looks as good as the stage version is. The film doesn't look maybe as dark as the stage version was very, very dark and twisted. I imagine maybe for the film the producers were kind of just can we maybe have it not look so scary, because the stage version looked very scary and bleak and everything. So this is a little less scary.
Yeah, it seemed lighter
visually, but still it's gonna have that twisted element. Oh, it's gonna be great. It's gonna be great.
I mean, I have not seen the show. I've only listened to the cast recording, but it seems very much in keeping with what I was imagining for what the film would be. And so hopefully, and I didn't realize that the same director who directed the show is directing the movie. So I feel like the vision is going to be realized.
That's how it should always be. I feel like the director of the original stage show should direct the movie, or it should be directed by Steven Spielberg. Now that we know that Steven Spielberg can direct the fuck out of musicals.
I was just talking about Dreamgirls the other day, and I realized you have strong feelings about the stage version. I think Bill Condon did a great job. I've never seen a film more often in theaters 4 times. A brilliant, brilliant movie.
Beautiful. I just wish it was sung all the way through the way it is sung all the way through in the stage show, because that is what makes Dreamgirls Dreamgirls.
But this was what? 2006? Musicals were coming in, but it wasn't
It's true. We were still a little, even though
Exactly.
Chicago had recently happened, we were still a little hesitant to make musical movies.
Right, like going full operetta would have been such a choice that I don't know that I don't think the studios were ready for that. Maybe we would have been.
I was ready.
But I will say, I mean, not to just talk about Dreamgirls just for no reason, but I will say every time I was in the theater watching the film, when J Hud first sang, "What about what I need?" people laughed.
I mean, it's because it's so funny because like not only is it like the first time she is like someone is singing not on stage.
Yeah.
It's a very dramatic. She's looking around at everybody, being like, "Should I sing?" And then she does.
And it's
that's what makes it so funny.
It's like we're really making a change kind of far into the movie when we feel like we've learned the rules of what this musical is going to be, and it's like, oh no, it's not that.
Let's see in the stage show immediately they just start singing. I will say like when people started giggling at that part in the movie, I like turned around and I was just like, what the fuck? This is Dreamgirls. This is a musical. Learn your history before you come into a movie.
Wow. You are an angry young man.
I mean, I didn't
back in
vocalize that. I didn't say that, but I was feeling it internally.
Well, I'm glad we're all here and we're going to see Jennifer Hudson, future EGOTer, because I just knew. And as Beyonce thought it was her EGOT moment. She was like, the film of my life.
The film of my life.
B-Day. Hey, but listen's great. Oh, right, Dreamgirls, whatever.
The film of my life. What a great track on B-Day.
B-Day was a great film. There was no through line, but every song had a visual. That was the first visual album, people. Don't forget. Justice for B-Day.
Listen, when we make the jukebox musical of Beyonce to all B-Day music,
yes,
and then adapt that for the screen, that is Beyonce's EGOT.
Is that?
Oh wait, we need an Emmy though. How's she gonna get an Emmy?
It's insane she hasn't gotten one already for Homecoming, but yeah, I don't know. I don't know what we're going to do.
I don't know. I'm sure she has a plan. Whatever it is. Keep buying those mystery boxes and the plan's hidden in there somewhere.
Did you hear about this elephant?
I heard people talking about an elephant.
Okay.
Like stampeded on a girl?
So, okay. People often, being trampled by an elephant can happen. It happens, I guess, 500 times a year on average. But apparently this one elephant, and elephants are known to be very intelligent. There's a phrase that I guess is based in truth that elephants never forget. Apparently this elephant attacked and killed, unfortunately, the 70-year-old woman.
Oh my God.
And it was very sad and just a crazy thing. And no one knows what their interactions prior to were. But at this lady's funeral, the same elephant broke into the funeral and trampled on her deceased body. I apologize if this is graphic, but this is just the story going out.
Wait, I did not know this.
Yes. And to me, it's it's horrifying, obviously, in the real world, but it's was this woman a poacher? How have you remembered her for so long? What is the relationship between the elephant and this lady?
How did this elephant know where this funeral was going to be? Did the elephant read the obituary?
The thing is, apparently, elephants have funerals too for elephants.
Yes, and so elephants are very much like humans.
So I guess somehow, some way, he or she for some reason it's a she in my head. Seems like the vengeance.
Seems like something. Yeah.
Yeah. So they found out that this funeral was going to happen, and the elephant. I just can't believe. I mean, I don't mean to make light of it, but it does raise questions. What all the elephants know? What happened between this elephant and the lady? I just can't make heads or tails of it.
Elephants know the secrets of. They know all things we don't know. They probably know what this album sounds like.
They do.
They probably know what Beyonce's cooking up 10 years from now.
I'm sure that's true.
That's crazy. That's so sad.
It's sad and also terrifying.
It's the same elephant?
Same elephant. Remind me to never be around an elephant like that, and certainly not get in a feud with an elephant.
Oh no. I will be presenting elephants flowers.
I will feud with the Gaga fans and the Rihanna fans all day, every day before I feud with the elephants. We love the elephants.
Yes.
This is dedicated to them.
The Taylor fans, though, they will still show up to your funeral.
They will. They'll show up and be like, this is what happens when you don't like folklore. And they're like, all right, whatever.
The Taylor fans will show up to your funeral.
There's a few other things, but they're kind of high level stuff. We'll go quickly.
High level.
Lizzo has apologized. She used an ableist slur in a song, apologized profusely immediately after being called out, and replaced the song and removed the offensive words.
Simple as that.
That is the way you handle. People get so defensive when called out, and I don't understand. Why can't you be like, oh, I've offended you. Let me right my wrong, and we'll all move on with our lives.
She was just like, oh, I don't want to make anyone upset. I don't want to hurt anyone's feelings. So I changed one word in a song.
I mean, good for her. It just is like a lesson on how to take criticism and take it well.
Yeah.
Did you see Beyonce, Britney Spears' post after? Because I think on this show I heard and repeated that her brother Brian was invited to the ceremony.
Oh, but he was not.
So she, I believe, has Instagrammed and has since deleted her Instagram again. Jamie, her father's taking her to court over her Instagram, being like, she's amplifying like accusations against us that are false, whatever. So I don't know if that's tied to why she deactivated her Instagram, but essentially she posted like, Brian, you were never invited to my wedding. I saw your podcast interview. That was really special. And I saw your little post like, happy Independence Day. Go fuck yourself. You didn't give me a sip of that Jack and Coke when you came and saw me in Vegas. And why didn't you? Like, I thought like blood is, the way you treated me was horrible. You hide the alcohol and coffee with me. And it's like, you know, a monologue from Brit, which I hope her like memoir is written in the same style.
Oh my God. I would, oh my God. It would be brilliant.
It's brilliant. And it's also like at this point, I hope all of us, I can read these posts and
can
be like,
decipher
I
this.
get everything you're saying. It was like when people were like, I don't get if she's pregnant or not. It's like, oh no, she announced her pregnancy.
Yeah.
Did you not see the post? That's what these emojis mean.
Yeah.
Like, I got it.
Oh yeah, it's like we've learned to decipher, we've learned to decode. Brittany, like those elephants, she does not forget.
She does not.
She is like, you did not give me a sip of that Jack and Coke in Vegas,
I mean,
sir. So go fuck yourself.
Go fuck yourself.
And hey, we gotta stand.
Hello.
We are Kathy's. We don't forget.
We don't
when
forget.
we have been wrong.
Sometimes it calls for a little vengeance. Sometimes it just calls for, not to be Team Elephant, but sometimes calls for some vengeance.
Yes.
Did you see that Netflix is making a Squid Game reality show? And I never, and it's got like apparently a $4.56 million prize. Someone very funnily tweeted out who was recently laid off by Netflix. Like, oh, I get that we were just laid off so that they could like pool together a cash prize for the show. But it also, didn't see Squid Game, but to me, wasn't the message of Squid Game like, this is horrific and like the contestants on this show die and like this, it's a comment on like, I believe capitalism and like classism. And so we're just gonna like, forget all that and be like, but we're going to do a show.
You know what? If the cash prize is $5 million, I'm signing up.
Oh, girl.
You better believe I'm sending in an audition video. I mean, I've never seen Squid Game, so I don't know what I'm walking into, but like that means I'm not scared.
All I know is that, I mean, of course, no one will, hopefully will die on this show, but people die in the real Squid Game, so I would watch out. I'd read that fine print, girl, because I don't want you on the Hunger Games just for some money.
Don't worry, I've got a lawyer.
Okay, good.
She'll read the fine print for me.
And did you see that Zac Efron's going to star in an upcoming A24 film, The Iron Claw?
I'm excited.
And it's coming from Sean Duncan. And to this I say, y'all better get this High School Musical thing together, because last week he was saying he would do the reunion, and if he's going to be the new A24 go-to, that offer might be too low. I just am saying, get the offer together, because his rate could be going up.
You don't think Disney has the money to like pay Zac Efron whatever rate they want to pay him?
They're cheap folk over there. They just put Love Victor on Disney Plus because we finally bullied them into the like being okay with gay people after that whole "don't say gay" thing. So. You're welcome.
Love Victor, co-starring Matt Palmer's.
That's true. You'll see in Lake's bedroom if you watch season 3 of Love Victor. I think of the seasons that I've been featured on the wall, this is the most clearly you see me.
Yes.
So just keep looking on the wall. If you're watching Love Victor season 3, you might see a profile of me in black and white from the Get Lost photo shoot. So.
Get Lost, a visual EP available now. In his bedroom. You have to give the specific scene.
Oh, yes, it is in the bedroom. And I feel like episode 3, no, Lake is a girl.
Oh, Lake?
In her bedroom.
I've never watched the show. So.
Oh, excellent. But is there any other news for idiots that you'd like to share with the people today?
I don't believe so. It's been an eventful week, and
really
it is about to be an
has.
eventful weekend because of, me birthday.
Yes, your birthday and Juneteenth and possibly a new Beyonce single.
Exactly. I don't know. I'm really contemplating buying one of those boxes.
I just worry, like, if we don't buy them now, will they run out? Like,
I don't think so.
I just would like to see the options of T-shirts before I pick one.
The exciting thing about those boxes for me, it's like those like toys from the 90s.
Yes.
How like Kitty Surprise or Puppy Surprise, which I got when I was a kid. It was like you bought whatever and then you like opened up to see how many babies were inside, whether it was 1, 2, 3, or 4 or 5. Or I think it was like 3, 4, or 5.
Yeah.
And I was praying for 4 kitties because 4 is my favorite number, like Beyonce. And I got 3 kitties, and I was like, I'm a little disappointed, but still I played with it. But so it feels like one of those like surprise toys.
That's true.
Like we had when we were younger. Those were very big when we were kids.
And we love a surprise. Shout out to Chloe. New single Surprise came out on Friday. And but yes, I'm thinking if they have enough inventory that it doesn't sell out, I would like to wait to see it, like what the pictures are that I'm buying. But also, we should how much do you think she's going to sell her first week? If she's having these pre-orders, these pre-boxes, like, I think it's gonna be over 1 million.
Okay.
I mean, I don't think
2022, baby.
I don't think it'll get to 2 like an Adele moment, but I do think we're going over 1 million.
Let's get it to 2, guys.
All right, if we get it to 2.
Let's get it to 2.
Because it's like, you know who deserves all the fucking flowers? Beyonce. And also, how cool is it that, like you said, I believe she's 40 now. We talk constantly about how ageist the music industry is and the fact that she is a 40-year-old. 41-year-old.
9481.
Yes. So wait, if it's 9481, oh, whatever. It doesn't matter.
Yeah. It doesn't matter, guys.
It doesn't matter. She is still running the industry.
She still has us whimpering.
Absolutely. She has you whimpering.
In front of strangers.
She really does. And I just love the fact that it's just, she's like, I'm going to do my art the way I do my art. I'm not relying on radio to like make me who I am. I will just present you my art and you will take it and you will love it because it is awe-inspiring. Also, the fact that it is Act 1 we didn't discuss. The fact that there's an Act 2 coming.
You know I love an intermission. Someone
called it a multi-part album. I think Variety had that in the headline. I feel like obviously there's going to be a visual component that we don't know yet. We're buckled in.
What's going to have like...
I don't know. All right. Do you have any other news for idiots you'd like to share with the people?
I don't think so, guys.
All right. Well, let's take a quick break and then we'll be back with more 2 Gay Mats, the podcast.
I'd like to state an apology. Guys, we did the math.
Yeah.
Beyonce is not 41 yet.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry. I got excited about the one and it's 2022 and I forgot that September hasn't happened yet. I'm so sorry, Beyonce. I'm so sorry.
Matt Steele did make a mistake. I was right, but I let him off the hook because I'm kind.
Not that there's anything wrong with being 41. It's just I get very upset when people like confuse my age. Like if people think I was born June 20th or June 18th, I'm like, excuse me, I am June 19th. So like I'm very defensive about that. So maybe Beyonce is very defensive about that too. Like I want you to know who I am. I am 40.
I don't foresee that she's that upset because you getting that upset about a day off is weird. So I think she'll be fine.
That's why like I don't celebrate my birthday like the week of. Like I'm always like, we are celebrating my birthday on my birthday. I'm very much an on my birthday person.
All right.
That's how it is. Write a song about that, baby. That's because that's depth. So we are on to Email My Heart. This is the section of the podcast where we answer any questions you guys might have. You can be a part of Email My Heart if you email us at 2gaymats@gmail.com, 2 spelled TWO. First question comes to us from Haley.
Hi, Haley.
I love how she spells her name, Haylea.
Oh, it's
pretty.
pretty.
It's very pretty.
That's very pretty.
The good side of TikTok music trends. Hi, Matt. First of all, happy birthday to Matt Steele. I hope you have a lovely time celebrating your special day. Confetti.
Oh.
As for the topic of today's email, in your last podcast, you responded to a question about musical gatekeeping due to the resurgence of Kate Bush's Running Up That Hill. I wanted to say that I completely agree with you guys because I became a huge lamb after hearing Obsessed when it was in a popular TikTok trend in 2019.
Yes.
Did we even have a TikTok then? I guess we did. I'm 21, so I'd already heard it growing up, as well as We Belong Together, Touch My Body, and all the other hits, darling. But it was only then that I remembered how catchy it was and decided to give the rest of Mariah's discography a listen.
Wow.
3 years later, and I have a giant glitter poster on my wall, smiley faces around.
I love hearing this.
Needless to say, these trendy moments definitely introduce artists to newer generations. All this to ask, has a social media trend or challenge ever introduced you to a new artist and gotten you into their discography? Hope you both have a great day.
Oh, hope you have a great day as well. I'd like to start and say I loved hearing your story about how you found Mariah because that is the dream as a person who's been there since 1995, anyone discovering her. Anyway, outside of, no shade to the people who are like, oh, wow, All I Want for Christmas Is You is a great song. But the people who discover her outside of that song, I am always very excited about. So, especially the youth, right?
And the people who like don't just look at it as a trend and look at it and be like, I'm going to learn the history.
Yes.
Like I'm going to learn more about this and then discover new things.
Right.
Like props to those people.
Yes.
Because I think sometimes that like something that like young people take for granted is like these songs are just at their fingertips and they feel kind of like disposable when they're on such an easy streaming thing. And it's like, oh, it's just taken for granted that this song is there. And it's like, no, like so much work was put into this and like so much money was put into this, which like we had to invest in that music like when we were younger.
Back in the day.
Yes. But so the fact that you are really doing your research,
it's impressive.
Makes us proud.
Yes, very proud, very excited for the future generation. So Matt Steele, do you have a song or an artist that you learned about from social media and then did a deep dive into?
I really can't say I follow these trends.
Me neither.
I really can't say. In fact, I kind of like steer away from trends now because I'm just like, it's kind of sad the reason I do it, but it's because like it takes a little bit of effort to understand what's happening in this trend and why it's a trend. And I don't feel like putting in the energy to learn about it because I know in 2 days it's going to be over.
Right.
Like with the way trends go now, which like I realize I just am such a hypocrite because I just gave props to everyone for doing their research when they like discover something. And I'm totally just like, oh, I'm not going to put the energy into it. But yeah, like with trends now, I'm kind of like these like little TikTok trends. I'm like, it's going to be over in 2 days.
Right.
So like,
and
I have stuff to do.
And I don't really blame the youth for thinking of music as more disposable because of these kind of trends, because you just see it on your TikTok feed over and over, people doing the same challenge or, you know, dance to the same thing.
Oh, the dances.
The way that it comes across to me is disposable. Like I don't hear something and think, oh, I got the full idea, the full arc of this song, and I'm like invested and want to hear more. Like I feel like the whole running up the hill thing, the reason it's impacting so much, and by the way, I believe it's #1 in the UK now.
Okay.
So she like had the longest, you know, break between #1. She's also like, believe the youngest female artist who wrote and produced their own #1, and now the oldest artist and produced who wrote and produced their own #1.
That's fucking incredible.
I need to double check that, but that's what I heard. But the fact that I believe so much of that song is played in the Stranger Things, like I feel like you're getting the arc of the song in the scene. You're getting so much of it. And with TikTok, it's like 1 minute max, usually around 30 seconds. I'm like, I need to hear the full song before I can get attached or not attached to it.
Yeah.
And hearing just this clip isn't really, and because the thing is, honestly, sometimes I've heard songs that I've heard the clips of, like again, like I said, First Class by Jack Harlow. I was like, oh, this little clip is cute. Let me go listen to the song. Absolute garbage. And I know it went #1, but the only good part of that song is the Fergie sample. And so that to me reinforced my like maybe pre-existing belief of like, I'm not giving these songs as much of a try as maybe I should.
Maybe we should like open our eyes.
But we're not on TikTok like that.
We're not. Oh, I don't go on TikTok at all.
This is what I'm saying.
But also, a reason why I feel like this Kate Bush song is doing so well, why people are resonating with this song so much, is because with Stranger Things, there's a whole narrative arc to how the song is used.
Yeah.
Like there's a whole story and seasons prior that people are emotionally invested in.
Yes.
Whereas like trends on TikTok, it's kind of just like no one's really emotionally invested in like these like little tiny blips that you hear because like what are you watching? You're watching an easy dance that people are doing with their upper body. Like it's not like Stranger Things where it's like, oh, there's this story and that is why this song is hitting me as much as it is. Let me go listen to it.
Right.
You know? So I mean maybe we should change our ways. Haley, you know, brings up a good point that like these little trends can introduce people to new things, and I feel like we should be open to that. It's 2022. We are open to new things.
It's true. Yeah, we're live streaming right now. Who knew we'd ever be doing that?
We have merch.
We have merch.
Sort of. It's not live yet,
but it will be live once this goes up.
Oh,
yes. So we have merch. So you'll see a link in the description of this podcast.
I don't think you showed people yet on the.
I did.
No,
while we were talking. No, I did. What's the next email?
No, in the
I did.
Chat.
Please go to the next email. Yes, I did.
Okay. So the next question comes to us from Helen. Helen says, 4 a.m. hay fever movie thoughts.
Ooh.
Hi, Nat. Excuse my possibly delirious tone. The pollen count in the UK is out of control, and hay fever is kicking my behind. Sad face.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I recently had an extra day off due to the Platinum Jubilee Bank holiday and used that opportunity to go to the cinema by myself to go see a kids' matinee of Shrek 2. It has to be one of my favorite movies from my childhood, especially that holding out for a hero sequence, and I relished the opportunity to see it on the big screen again. My cinema back home in the States also did kids' matinees for 25 cents on Saturdays, so even as an adult, if a childhood favorite was playing, I was there. My question is, what's a movie from your childhood that you wish you could see in cinemas again, either for the first time on the big screen or because you can appreciate it more now as an adult? Your favorite British American listener, Helen.
Oh, that's so nice. Do you have one?
I absolutely do.
All right, let's hear it.
And the thing that makes me so happy about it is that it's happening. I want to say like maybe a week ago, I saw something that they were re-releasing E.T. to theaters again. And when I tell you I broke down and cried, I was just like, to be able to see E.T. in a theater, which is something I've never experienced because, you know, I was only born in 1900 and 2000. And so I never got to see it in theaters. And that is my childhood. Like E.T. is like a huge it is me. And so I mean, it never happened to me, but
course.
like I would watch it like every day growing up with that little green VHS. And so to be able to see it in theaters as an adult, I am just going to be a fucking wreck.
Wow.
I'm going to be a wreck. I'm so excited.
Interesting.
I'm so excited.
I mean, I hate to say it, but you know this about me. I didn't really care about movies as a child.
To him, movies did not exist until 2004 when Mean Girls came out.
That is 100% the truth. Like, I guess I went to the movies every once in a while and saw something, but like A Knight's Tale or something, and I'd be like, okay. Like, it didn't do any, like, I don't think I watched a movie as a child that impacted me. I didn't have the attention span. I was so into music and TV shows. So if like there was like maybe a I Dream of Jeannie I liked, I wouldn't break down and cry if I saw it on the big screen. But I was like, oh, that's nice. And they had some sort of like
I Dream of the TV show?
Yeah. I like that on Nick at Night.
Oh, obviously. Yeah.
Yeah.
But like, that's not, you didn't watch movies.
That's what I'm saying. These are like my childhood, media, television kind of things. That's all I have to go on. It's like, this is how I felt watching The Real World Homecoming. Like that was my childhood media outside of music, was like great TV shows. Some from Nick at Night, some from MTV. I loved Friends, even though people don't like it now. I stand by Friends. Lots of great Real World seasons. But yeah, before Mean Girls, no movie really made me feel anything.
Put Homecoming New Orleans in theaters.
Oh, I'd watch it all over again. All in a row. All 6 episodes or 8 episodes, whatever it was.
That would be a day.
It'd be a day, and I'd have to watch Julie. She'd be so big up there, and I'd be like, boo! I'd be throwing tomatoes at the screen.
It'd be a lot of hours in that theater. You would have to order the Bavarian Legend at AMC, which is the
wait, didn't you do that one time?
Yeah, it's a giant soft pretzel.
Yeah.
I did it when I saw Schindler's List in theaters for like the 25th anniversary of Schindler's List.
Wow.
I was like, you know what? I need, while I'm watching all 3.5 hours
Did you
of this,
finish it?
The pretzel?
Yeah.
Of course.
I mean, it was giant, wasn't it?
Of course. I was eating one
Wow.
little bit at a time and just being like, oh, this is devastating.
Oh, my goodness.
But at least I had my pretzel to get me through.
I love that.
I love nothing more than a pretzel. Hint, hint for my birthday.
Okay. So, Matt Steele, I have a question for
Yes.
you. What has been giving you moments, darling?
So, sorry to make this about like us again and like our cameo again.
Okay.
But like one of our patrons, Grace,
icon,
did the nicest thing on the planet. And when it was stamped into history, etched onto the Declaration of Independence and our Constitution that us and our fans were called the Cathys, she bought us a cameo from Jeremy Jordan, who plays Jamie in the movie The Last 5 Years, aka the enemy in The Last 5 Years. A video. She got him to talk about how we are called the Cathys, and he's very happy for us. And in the video, he was like, I think maybe Jamie's a little misunderstood. He might have done some wrong things. He made a mistake, but I learned to empathize with him.
Of course you
And we're
did.
just like, oh, that's nice for you, Jeremy.
It's very nice.
Like, it was so nice of Grace to do, and so nice of Jeremy Jordan to do. And it made my fucking week. It was so funny and ridiculous.
It's so ridiculous because he's like, wait, what is happening? Like,
you can tell he has no clue what is happening.
None.
And it's only because like Grace can only put so much explanation in, because there's like a character limit in the explanation for when you order a cameo.
Right.
And so, but Grace did a good job explaining it, but you could tell he was probably still just like, I don't get it.
Know what this is.
Congratulations to the two gay Matts and the Cathys.
Since you identify with Kathy.
It's great.
Kathy. If you haven't seen the video, it's on our Instagram right now. It is so funny. I agree. Grace is an icon.
An icon, a legend, a queen. Thank you so much, Grace. I just love I love the strong reaction you are all having towards the Cathys. I love how like the pop music fans who don't know as much about musical theater are probably watching these Kathy episodes being like, what?
Like, what are you talking about?
Go listen to Last 5 Years or watch it. And I love the people who are just like, I don't want to be called a Kathy.
I know.
And the more that they're like, I am not a Kathy, I am not a Kathy, the more it's like, that's such a Kathy thing to say. Because you know what I am not a Kathy is given me? It's given me, I will not be the girl. In the
like
sensible shoes. Pushing burgers and beer nuts and missing the clues.
I will not be the girl. Ooh.
When the thing is, she is that girl. So
I feel like we were talking in the Discord this past week about like the different Kathy songs that are us. Climbing Uphill is me. I will not be the girl.
Yes. When you are in fact that girl.
I know.
I am that girl. That's the thing. It's the more you fight against being a Kathy, the more
Kathy
you are. I'm so
honestly.
sorry, ladies and gentlemen. But yeah, my song is I'm a part of that. That's my Kathy
Aren't
song.
I? And the answer is No.
And then the end vamp of do, 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 do. Because at that moment, I have the perfect way of staging that in my head when I play Kathy.
Oh.
Anyway, what was your giving me moments?
My giving me moments is if you didn't know, the new season of Love Victor has come out at the final season, and it is very good. It's excellent. There's, like we mentioned earlier, there are a couple of episodes where you can see my picture on the wall because I have my friend Chris Eisen used to work on that show. I don't know if he worked on this past season, but he was like, hey, we need like royalty-free things and posters on the wall. Can I use your picture? I was like, absolutely. And I've shown up in, I believe, 2 of the 3 seasons. So we love that. But as far as the show itself, it is still lovely. It is still heartwarming. And the season 3 was no different. I think it felt a little bit like they got the news that it was their final season on like episode 5, and so they had to kind of wrap it up kind of quickly.
Okay.
But I felt like they definitely got into different topics that were interesting. I liked what they did with Ana Ortiz's character, the mom, who for all of season 2 was so not on board with Victor being gay, and she gets on board. And basically, I don't know, she has a really good story arc. Victor goes through a lot with Benji. Benji goes through a lot, and also the little actress who played on This Is Us as well. I forget her name, excuse me, but she's such an incredible actress, and she is dating Cuba Gooding Jr.'s son on the show, and they had a really interesting arc as well. I don't want to spoil too much, so I can't say too much about it, but I would recommend giving it a watch as far as, the month of gay media. This lives up to the hype. I think it's really lovely. And I just not to say that there can only be one, but I feel like I hear so much more about people loving Heartstopper, which is cute and good, than I hear about people talking about Love Victor. And I want people to know Love Victor's great.
Well, the thing is, like, Love Victor's in its 3rd season.
Yes.
So more people are going to talk about the show that had 1 season.
I know. It's true, but I want us to don't forget
Victor. About Love Victor. We love Victor.
We love Victor. It's true.
Guys, I love how you don't think your friend is like in the art department anymore, but yet they were still just like, but we need this.
We need this
picture of Matt Palmer.
My favorite character, one of my favorite characters, Lake, is a girl, and she in her bedroom, she just has a picture of me on her wall. So people are walking in and out, I'm like, oh, let me pause this TV. Let me get a little screenshot for me.
She's a Matt Palmer fan.
Hey, we love Matt Palmer
that
fans.
album's a bop all the way through.
It is. The Good Parts is also available now.
The Good Parts also available now.
They could be listening to The Good Parts, but whatever. What can we do?
Promo for it all, guys. Promo for it all.
Speaking of promo, as Matt Steele mentioned, we do have new merch. There is a link below. I can personally vouch, and Matt Steele can vouch, for the mug and for the pens that we have here now.
You mean the pins?
I said pens.
You said pens.
Oh my gosh, no one likes how I say pens. But they're both available. If you're watching us, you see some of the merch here. I'm going to put the link in the podcast description as well as the YouTube description when I upload this. I just think it's fun. I feel like we should have had merch a long time ago, but it's never too late. And I feel, especially the mug, I'm really loving. So
you're a mug girl, too.
I'm a mug girl.
And I love you were so considerate to us left-handed people, because you got the mug and you were like, but wait, like the logo will be on the facing you if you're left-handed. And I'm like, yeah, that's how
mugs work.
Don't give a left-handed person a mug, guys, unless it's a 2K Math mug. Because the logo's never where it should be to promo it and everything. And she was like, should we have the logo be on both sides? And I was like, oh, that's so open-minded.
I was trying, and then they were like, you can't do that. I might try. If I figure it out, I'll let you all know. But long story short, we have merch after a long period of time in which we probably should have had merch, and I think you will like it.
And we're going to design some new stuff. A lot of people are begging for couch merch.
Yes.
I think there were some suggestions of stuff saying, we love everyone, but...
Exactly.
On it.
Or vote below. Lots of things that are catchphrases that we didn't even realize were catchphrases.
Yeah, I think you have a list on your phone of ideas people have given you.
I do.
Through time. But right now we just have the logo.
Yes.
But more is coming, guys.
It's true.
Don't worry.
Well, thank you guys so much for listening and watching. I hope you guys have a great rest of your long weekend, and we'll be back next week with more 2Gay Mats, the podcast.
Yes, next time you see me, I'll be a whole year older.
Oh my gosh. A whole new person.
A whole new person, guys.
I'll
have shaved my head. I'll be wearing all black.
Oh. Very dark. All right. New era.
It's a new era, guys.
All right. We'll be back soon with more 2Gay Mats.
Bye.
Bye.